All right, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Polo Evolve back with another video. And as you guys can tell from the title of the video, yes, I did in fact blow my XFA, my 50K XFA with Top Step. Pretty sad, I'm not going to lie. I mean, right now, I can only laugh about it because it's all said and done with. But at the time, I was pretty frustrated with myself, not because I blew it following my plan, but exactly because I blew the XFA not following my plan, right? As soon as I sized up on the trade, which by the way, I took like 2 minis, absolutely horrendous. I don't know why I did that. Actually, I do know. It was definitely because I was feeling really greedy. I'm going to walk you through how and what happened during this time and what I had learned from this conundrum. Really, that's what it is, right? So anyway, let me do a little backstory real quick. 5 years of day trading, been failing consistently. Sorry, I've been failing 5 years consistently at day trading, right? And about in the last 2 3 months, I've started to see a little bit of success, and I was able to get some payouts. Now in 2024, I did get 1 or 2 payouts with Funding Pips, which is a forex firm that I didn't get any payouts until 2025, until December. This is when I was able to extract about $3,000 USD from Top Step, the same account that I ended up blowing. Once I took out my second payout, I had a buffer of 2K, and when Sunday market opened this week, I knew with the war tensions in Venezuela that we were gonna have a bullish run on gold. So I ended up making about, I think about $1,700 in that Asian session. Now that would have been my best day up to date, really, like my best trading day up to date. But when I hopped on the charts the next day on Monday morning, I guess I was really coming off that high, and really I didn't follow my plan at all. I kept taking a lot of entries, just not really even following my strategy. And looking back at it, I'm very disappointed in myself for not following my strategy, because had I just, not even trade, let's say I didn't trade that day, I would have been able to walk away with about 1700 USD on the day, right? And I most likely would have came in today. As you guys can see, there's pretty clean price action. This is gold, but even on NQ, like very clean. I would have definitely caught this, right? Easy, like boom, boom. That's very easy. We got a little bit of a support being created here, and once this candle broke this high, it's very easy. Stop loss below the previous candle low. Listen, it would have been an easy day. I probably would have been up, but I guess again, I can only attribute this failure to greed, right? I guess I was coming off of that trader's high, right? And I know I preached this to you guys a lot. You never want to get too high off the highs, you never want to get too low off the lows. But again, this is all part of the journey. It's over, right? That XFA is gone. I need to get that out of my head, get that out of my head. And in order to perform at the top, at my top level, I need to make sure that my mind is primed, and I'm not dwelling on the past. I'm not thinking about past things. I'm focused on what I can do in this present moment and how I can come back from this. And essentially, how I like to think about it is like my life in 2025 was like a straight downtrend, right? It was just going down, 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 loss after loss in life, personal life, trading, anything. I just kept taking so many fucking L's, bro. And then I think towards the end of the year, I started to see a little bit of a reversal in the pattern, right? So I got to the bottom, which I thought was like I guess, which I thought was like rock bottom. I got to that point. I started consolidating a little bit, and then I started making a little bit of a higher high there, right? And I started to kind of move back up. But life is essentially how the charts are, right? Life is how price is on these charts. It's really, you have to think about life as if it was I'm gonna have to cut this out, but you have to think about life as if it was how price moves on a chart. It's never gonna move in one straight line up, and it's never gonna move in one straight line down. So with that being said, yes, I've had a little bit of success in the last month. Yeah, I just faced a setback recently. That doesn't matter. That just means that I made a higher high, and I need to make a pullback in order for price to shoot back up even higher. So this is essentially the pullback in my journey. And that's how I want you guys to look at your journeys as well, because it's very easy to feel discouraged when things don't go your way or you experience a loss. But how you can deal with that loss and how you can bounce back from that loss is exactly the thing that will make or break your journey, essentially, right? That's all it is. How can you deal with the failures? What does this failure mean to you? Are you going to let it ruin you? Or are you gonna, take it as a lesson, learn what you can from this failure and ensure that this never happens again and keep it moving and grooving? That's really what I wanted to explain to you guys. Now, if I look at why I failed my XFA or why I blew my XFA, is all because of greed. One, I oversized. I was taking 2 minis, which is insane. I only take half a mini, which is like 5 micros. So I don't know. Listen, I was taking so many entries that day, just chasing the dollar figure, right? I wanted to, I guess, make a lot of money, which I already had at that day for the day. Like I usually aim for anywhere from like $200 to $400 for the day, and I had $1,700. But nonetheless, I was chasing some sort of number. I don't even know what the number was. Nonetheless, I didn't stick to my plan. That's number three, right? If I stick to my plan, I clearly have gotten 2 payouts off of this XFA before I blew it. And when I stick to my plan, everything goes good. So I just want to, that's, so in the future, or like what I'm looking to do from here on out, is essentially just follow my plan. I got 4 XFAs here, right? Oh, this is another thing actually. Now I had 1 XFA, and once I got the second payout, I knew I needed to start scaling into or scaling up by getting more funded accounts, right? Because when you have more funded accounts, all you really have to do is just get like a small amount. You can make like $200 to $500 a day, and if you have like 4 to 5, let's say you have 5 accounts times $500, that's $2,500 for the day. Like that's real numbers, and essentially it's less stress on your head because you just know that you're only risking $500 or whatever you like to risk, right? 200, 300, 400, $500, whatever you're comfortable with. It's better than doing what I did when I was trying to full port 1 XFA. So essentially I was supposed to do that when I got my second payout, but for some reason I just kept trading the same XFA that I had. But as soon as I blew it, I figured, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to reinvest the profits that I made from this XFA and essentially take this little pullback on my journey and shoot up higher and make higher highs in this trading journey that I'm going through right now. So let me show you guys what's going on with these XFAs. As you can see, or not XFAs, sorry, evals. I got 4 evals. I did, and 3 of them are following 1, and you can see that they're halfway past already. I took some Asian session trades. Essentially, what I ended up doing was I just took this gold. Okay, this is my first entry. I ended up losing, but then I caught this buy up after right here, and I just full ported the bitch, and just basically got halfway through. Now that I full ported this and I'm halfway there, I'm probably gonna take my time, especially because my mindset isn't where it was when I was in a flow state. So I need to essentially what I'm gonna do here with these evals is I'm gonna pass these evals, and once I have 4 XFAs running, I'm gonna risk about $200 to $400 a day, trying to make $200 to $400 a day. And if I do this correctly, I should be able to get about a $5,000 to $10,000 payout by the end of January. Now I'm gonna allow myself this whole week to essentially just take the evals a little slower now that I am basically halfway past. My psychology isn't at it's not at peak psychology right now. So, trading is one of those things where it's you versus you. And once you realize, there's a little bit of discrepancy in your trading, maybe you're not at peak performance, you need to make sure that you do the things that will put you back into peak performance, right? Because the market's going to do its thing regardless. But at the end of the day, you can only control if you click that buy or sell button. When you click that buy or sell button, are you following your strategy? Are you following your trading plan? These are all things that only you can control, right? The market will do its thing regardless of whether you are on point or not. So with that being said, I know I am not on point right now. So essentially I need to kind of start what's the word here? Kind of just like recalibrating myself, to get back into a flow of things. Once I get back into a flow of things, then I'll start to size up once again. But nonetheless, got these 4 evals going, guys. I'm going to keep you guys updated throughout the week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace.